Who was your biggest surprise in Super Bowl 56, Matt?
Yeah, I guess it was the fact that Cam Akers just kept getting the ball. Like, there was nothing in this game that was
unreal.
There wasn't a positive player performance that really shocked me. T. Higgins is a really good receiver. I wasn't blown away or anything by the fact that he was good, and Jamar Chase was going to get more attention than him just because of how good of a season Jamar Chase had. But the Rams just kept giving Cam Akers the ball, and Henderson played really well in the first half, and there were a couple really good catches he made. So I guess it's one that the Rams, they ran the ball as much as they did in general because the running game couldn't get anything going. And then two, that they kept Akers in when it was clear that he just doesn't have the explosiveness right now. Maybe the shoulder's bothering him. Maybe he's still not fully back from the Achilles injury. But yeah, what stood out to me was just I couldn't believe the play calling, although they did finally remedy it on the final drive with the Cooper Kupp end around, which I thought was the best play call of the season from Sean McVay. So they finally figured it out, but for a while there, it was looking pretty bleak for them.
Yeah, I mean, smart move by McVay there. You go to your best player in like the biggest moment of the game. Who was the biggest surprise in your eyes, Geoff?
Look, find someone in this world who loves you as much as Sean McVay loves Cam Akers, man. Bryson Hawkins, like, what? I mean, I swear, this guy just got rolled out of like a creative player on the Rams sidelines after Kendall Blanton went down. I mean, I talked about Blanton and potentially being like a really good fantasy value, and obviously he got hurt. But I mean, Hawkins, again, it just exposed the Rams a little bit. He shows up with 4 catches. Most people probably didn't even know he was active, and it just kind of exposed one weakness on the Bengals was they don't cover tight ends very well. They don't cover that middle position of the field very well at all. And it kind of got exposed a little bit. I mean, Hawkins made some plays for them. I mean, they needed guys like Skoranek and Hawkins to just make a couple catches once Odell went down, and they came through. And honestly, that kind of is a bit of an underrated story of this game, just them being able to move the chains with those guys. So Bryson Hawkins, to me, biggest surprise performance of this Super Bowl.
All right, Pearce, what about you?
There really wasn't a true big surprise when we think about that. We're like, oh, who's the guy that came out of nowhere and completely changed the face of the game? There was guys that surprised us slightly and had good performances, but for me, the biggest surprise, which really isn't a positive, was when Odell Beckham got injured. He was looking pretty good. Geoff was with me. We didn't think he was going to have a good game at all. But the way that game started, it looked like it was going to be the Beckham show. If he would have stayed healthy, they may have completely blown out the Bengals. Him and Kupp together would have probably been unstoppable. That was a huge thing that kept the Bengals in this game. So that was the shocking moment when he went down. It didn't even look that serious, and he never came back. So he surprised me the way they played, and then it was surprising to see him go down.